escape the country down into Mexico, hoping there he might find a new way of life. But of course, it always seems to find Redbeard. He was attacked by a pack of wild wolves right outside of a little town, Escalero. He wanted to make sure there was no witnesses, so he shot Mexico's national bird, the buzzard. He had to ride for a few days to get out of trouble, but he knew he had to come back to Escalero. That was the last letter he got from his sweet love Bonnie. So as him and his trusty steed Poontang rolled into town, there was a different aura about it. There was a smell of whiskey and federales. Redbeard's a wanted man in these parts, and knew if he stood around much, could be trouble. Poontang was thirsty and begging for a drink, so Redbeard led him over to one of the local cantinas, hoping they both might catch a drink of something stout and quench their thirst. But as him and Poontang roll up to the gates of the most beautiful cantina in Mexico, there sit two federales, both with wanted posters and Redbeard's face on them. Another one sat over. He was a blind que pasa, drinking and smoking crack rock, 'cause it was plentiful down in Tijuana, the town right close to Escalero. Two guards walked away, so Redbeard rode into Federales. Not a soul in sight. Something told him this wasn't a town for him to be trying to quench his thirst and find some trim. But he was hungry. He'd been on the road for 7 days. He was sure hoping to get some punta. But not in this town. Too many swinging cocks. And then, just as he was about to ride out of town, he saw this fucking federale beating a homeless man. Redbeard knew to ride on, but he couldn't handle it. This poor amigo was only trying to steal a cup of water. Had done nothing wrong. He didn't rape a village of babies. Redbeard lost it. He whipped out his lasso and wrapped it around the neck of the federale and started dragging him. And that's when hell broke loose. 5,500 federale soldiers opened fire on Redbeard. He drugged Senor for a while, and then knew if him and Poontang were to escape with their life, he was gonna have to let him go. Fucked him up pretty good, gave him some road rash, but they wouldn't let him be. So, him and the hand of God opened up on these federal marshals. One thing known in the Wild West, when Redbeard pulls out the hand of God, ain't nothing much moving. He shot one federal at 300 yards, open-sighted from the hip. Poontang was used to this kind of stuff. Redbeard wasn't done yet. He decided he's gonna drag another local, a horse thief. This man had been charged with rape and sodomy, and he finger banged some Indian squaws. Redbeard's barely alive. Shots grazing his gut. Him and Poontang ride as hard and fast as they can. But there's trouble. Redbeard decides to take a path less traveled by, hoping to escape grasp of the federales, only to be cornered and sent back into the jaws of the beast. He's killed enough for this day. He's hoping he ain't gotta kill any more, but it ain't looking that good. And then Poontang pulls up. They've come to the end of a bluff. Unless they jump into the Rio Asshole, he's gonna have to fight his way out. The waters of the Rio Asshole are some of the most poisonous in Mexico. So out again comes the hand of God, and letters go home to 75. federale wives. Because once again, him and Poontang have decided that they all gotta die.
I can't keep going. I know many of you been asking for some more Red Dead Redemptiones, and I've got some good shit coming. But a few more. I'd like to not get out of this fucking situation. My intentions were to go in and rope up a hooker, take her out into the desert, feed her the fucking wolves. But of course, I see his homeless honcho getting his ass thrashed in the middle of this little Mexican cantina. I can't stand to see these people in this game get abused. There's no reason for it. But I'll send it back to the narrator. I did not mean to interrupt.
That's right, Redbeard. I'd rather you shut the fuck up and let me tell you a story. Sounds more legendary that way. Redbeard and Poontang escaped that firefight. Rode off into the worst thunderstorm Mexico'd seen in years. As he rode into Sidewinder Gulch, heavy rains opened up and the thunder began to crack. Kinda reminded him of the headboard on his bed when him and Bonnie first met. Legend has it that after this day, Redbeard lost his mind. Only the next video will be able to tell you what happened. The gruesome, violent situations that take place are that of myth, legend, and can only be told by watching The Legend of Redbeard.